We are back. The budget long range project with the Remington 783. If you didn't catch the last video in this little series, we got the old Remington 783 out of the safe. This is the original rifle that I learned many of the things that I know now about long range with. This is just like your hunting rifle at home. It is nothing special. This is a $300 basic setup rifle. Total cost, we did the last video, we went through an entire price list of everything. Entire total cost, the way you see it sitting here, $750 including the scope. So you can absolutely afford a rifle like this, and in this video today we will show that a rifle like this, even though not ideal for it, can be used for long range shooting. So even though I'm sure people have told you many times your hunting rifle that's in your safe right now is not capable of accuracy at long range, we will beg to differ with that. So in the last video, as you saw, 3-shot groups. We explained in the video why we do 3-shot groups, because this is a hunting rifle, sporter profile barrel. It is not meant for long strings of fire. So once the barrel heats up, shots start stringing. So 3-shot groups, sub-quarter minute. So after that, it was time to take this out to distance. Something I didn't say in that video, Lake City brass, 2,615 feet per second with a 9 feet per second standard deviation on that hand load. So really solid hand load, absolutely stellar for long range shooting, especially in a platform like this. So took it out to distance. Today, after work on my way home, stopped out, set a plate at 710 and 825 yards. So we did one shot. I shot 5 shots total, one shot at 710. I have not trued any data, obviously, because this is the first time I've had it out. You guys that have followed me know that I really am a stickler for truing my data, making sure all my numbers line up. So got the first bit of data today with this project. So now we can start to true some numbers, although we don't have enough to really get a good overall picture of the entire curve. But we can really start with what we got today. So 710 yards, took the first shot, cold bore on plate. It was about 3 inches low of dead center. So that told me that my ballistic coefficient is definitely going to need to be lowered in my ballistic calculator. So I use applied ballistics. The ballistic coefficient that I use for this project that I use for today will not be in the future once we start to true it. But the ballistic coefficient that we used today was the actual ballistic coefficient that was in applied ballistics for this particular bullet. Applied Ballistics has a very large library of bullets. One of the reasons it's a $30 app is because they have a large library of bullets that Brian Litz and the people at Applied Ballistics have done a good job of getting either really good data or, for their conditions, I'm sure, perfect data. So we use that to start with today. Like I said, 710, a little bit low on the plate, so told me when I went out to my next target at 825, I was going to need to dial up a little bit above what my ballistic calculator was telling me. So we went up to, ended up being 27 3/4 minute for 825 yards, which is not a ton of elevation. So that is something that should tell you that even if you have a scope that only has 60 minutes of elevation travel, you can still and have absolutely no sort of 20 minute 40 minute rail. You can still shoot out to at least 825 yards. So we did 4 shots at 825. First shot cold bore, we had a 7-mile-an-hour full value wind that was whipping the entire time. First shot was dead center elevation and all the way to the left edge of the plate. So then I had a good idea of where I was at. I dialed another half minute on for my windage and shot a 3-shot group. So that's the video I'm going to show you at the end of this, is that 3-shot group. That was a just under 5-inch 3-shot group at 825 yards in a full value wind with a hunting rifle. So we did that 4-shot string, got that good group, And the next video that you see with this will be taking this thing out to 1,000 yards, possibly doing some sort of challenge with it. But we got some good data today. We've showed that if somebody's telling you that your hunting rifle is not capable of long-range shooting, if you have the ability or are interested in working up hand loads for it, that you can absolutely squeeze some amazing accuracy even out of a bone stock hunting rifle just like this one. So hope you guys enjoy this. Here is the 3-shot group, or well, actually all 4 shots, including the first shot. And I'll see you guys next time with this project and back out at 1,000 yards. So I'll see you guys then. I'm out.
Okay, here we go. 825. Oh wow, wind just completely swapped directions. Okay. Boy, I had dialed on something totally different, but I changed it right at the last second. I saw that wind change. Let's group this thing. Dead center mass. Stacking. That is stacked. Alright, one more 3-shot group. Oh man. There's 2 of them right above the orange in the center. And that's a pretty hefty wind. And one of them on the top left of the orange. I'm excited to measure that group. Our first one we're counting as a sighter. All 4 of those were on plate. So that is... I'm excited to measure that group because that group is definitely half minute or better. And if you count the sighter that I dialed the difference on and then shot that group, it is easily a 4-shot half minute or better group. So, alright. The 783 project budget precision is looking promising. Alright, so this is a respectable group no matter what kind of rifle you're shooting. So we took 4 shots at this IPSC plate. This is from 825 yards straight down this lane. Right by that tree is 825. And this was my cold bore shot. Elevation was perfect, data lined up true, and dialed over a half a minute, put me right here with my second shot. So this is when we started our group. Second shot, third shot, and 4th shot. So these 3 were our 3-shot group. And as a matter of fact, this was my first shot, dialed over a half minute, which would have been around just over 4 inches, which would have easily put it in the mix with that group. So that would have been, even though this rifle when it starts to heat up after 3 shots. Even though it starts to heat up in string shots, this still would have landed within that just over half MOA group at 825 yards with a $300 rifle.